There we are back in the back in the ASP. Out in the middle of nowhere. Gonna head down to the Great Annihilator, which is at this point right around the corner. I did a little bit of I did a little bit of jumping over the weekend to get closer, and got pretty close. Let's just see if you can find this thing. That's this route. Great Annihilator. Right, I know it looks scary far, but it really. I'm gonna cut back on these. So it is 8 jumps. Getting pretty close. Little bit about planning forward. So you can see the path here that we're taking, and then there's this little jump here over to the side. There's a nebula right there. And I thought it's almost in the path of where I'm going. Although, so is this one and that one, but this one seemed to be fairly on the way. So this is Boep AI H83. We're gonna pop in there. We're gonna see if we can maybe land on a planet and just have a look around. I don't have an SRV, so I can't really drive around, but at least we can take a look at it. I think I found a planet or a system in the middle of it there. There's a bunch of them around the way, but um, so we are getting. That is interesting. What is that? Yes, I can actually pick that because it's a filtered system. I'm gonna have to see because it looks like we're almost gonna merge in with the with the path that we took earlier. But I wonder if one of these is one of those outposts. If it is, then I'm gonna swing down here and okay, so there's like 900 light years, 950 light years or something like that between each of these dots. So it's not something that's gonna come up today, obviously. Um, but we definitely want to consider swinging in there. I was planning on going to Seos. That all the bookmarks I have? If Seos is on the wrong side of the bubble, then I may have to go into one of the other ones instead. Yeah, it looks like Seos might be on the wrong end of things. Because if this is Sol right here, yeah, we're gonna have to. Oh, we'll figure that out once we get closer. But if this Eagle sector, one of those waypoints where there's a station, I may pop in there. But right now, we're just gonna finish up the last few jumps into the Great Annihilator. Try and get the rust out of the engine on this one. It's been sitting still for a while. So I was watching a video by Obsidian Ant this morning before the stream, and he confirmed that the Ancient Guardian mission has in fact been they call nerfed. So the payouts on that has been basically cut in half, which is a shame for those who didn't have a chance to do it. I don't think that was the right way of doing it. But then FDev doesn't listen to me. Like they should, damn it. But yeah, the payouts for that mission, despite all the hard work that you have to do to actually earn the full payout, has been cut in half. So instead of getting 200 millions, you're now getting 110. So if you're not following Obsidian Ant, you should. He has almost daily videos with updates and information and very useful stuff about the game. So it seems like he's keeping the tabs on what everyone else is doing and saying and what's going on at FDev and putting it together in videos. Yeah, well made, some beautiful footage. So yeah, after my stream, step over to his channel and have a look. Obsidian Ant, one word. Alright, we're gonna check out this one. Seems that this could be a system with some of some value. I'll just do the main sun and the planets here. I'm not gonna skip over to the star. See if some of these planets are not good for anything. This one has a moon as well, so I'm gonna and that. No. Right. They all seem to be just metallic bodies here. Nothing fabulous. Got that one. That one. Not sure what that is yet. We'll find out. Thing shouldn't be long. Got to have a look and see what those other two dots are up here. Really nothing spectacular here with regards to planets. These are not really particularly valuable. They're terraform. That one. Gonna do. If that's the last. Yeah, that's the last one. Are we gonna get this one? We're gonna have a look and see what we found, and we're gonna bug out and head down. Still got 6 jumps to go. We're getting close. I wonder if there's any planets or anything there. It would be really cool to land on a planet fairly close to the black holes. I don't know how close the black holes are together, so I don't know if it's something you can get in one shot and, you know, really actually see it. Black holes doesn't really show up very well. It's a black hole on a black background. So, you know, not gonna be all that fabulous. All right. So nothing spectacular. I was kind of hoping that one of these was going to be candidate for terraforming. There you go. That one alone made it worth it.
Frameshift drive charging.
I changed the settings for the headphones here too to use the noise gate versus this noise reduction. It should cut out any background noise and stuff that isn't above a certain decibel level. So all you should be getting is my voice. There shouldn't be any beeps, phones, or barking dogs. I really gotta get in the habit of putting the brakes on when we're in jump. Stop. And anything. Gonna head off to the next one. Okay.
Frameshift drive charging.
Alright, brakes are on. Looks very much like the previous system I visited. Two little rocks. Bunch of gas giants.
Fuel scooping complete. Frameshift drive charging.
I only have one heatsink left, I think, so I gotta save it. So I think definitely I have to check the map here and see if one of those waypoints there was one of those outposts. I don't care if I have to land on a planet to get it done, I just need it done. I forgot to stop again.
Fuel scooping.
There is stuff here.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
Alright, let's check out that pier. I'm kind of glad to see that it does look like we're gonna be sort of merging with the path we took out towards Colonia. It gives me a chance to maybe hit one of those outposts and up the ship a little bit to knock some heat sinks for the rest of the way home. Right. There's another candidate for terraforming stuff. I noticed there was an update today, 105 I think it said.
Frameshift drive charging.
I haven't checked to see what that's all about. Wondering if it has anything to do with well, it's probably some bug fixes, minor bug fixes on the PS4 side. Didn't hit the brakes on this one. The solitary star. Wicked got here first. So random. But we are getting close to the Great Annihilator, so I'm expecting a lot of this. I'm expecting that a large number of people have been out to check this out because it is special. So if they're out here, I really would expect them to jump around and check some things out.
Ready to engage.
I mean, if you're replotting my route back here, you'll see a really strange pattern because I've been jumping around and around and long jumps and short jumps. Alright, hit the brakes. Right. Stop. I anticipate this one has been. Yeah. Things. All right. Next up is the Great Annihilator.
Fuel scooping.
All right. I have one heat sink, so this cannot go wrong.
Frameshift drive charging.
All right. Here goes nothing.
4, 3, 2, 1.
All right. We're in it. And I am setting speed to 0. All right. That's the black hole. As you may notice, we are getting closer, even though we are supposedly at a standstill. That's because we are not at a standstill. Everything is distorted. Alright, so the two black holes are actually fairly far apart. Alright, let's see. Kind of trying to figure out. Alright. So I'm gonna do a screenshot. And I'm gonna functions. Okay. I'm gonna do another screenshot. Black holes are really valuable with regards to scans. So I'm gonna go over and scan. Scan this one as well. The rest of this stuff. This one is a black hole. Holy moly, look at that though! I wanted to scan the black hole. Alright, that's a little bit longer. And there's 2 stars around it. We're gonna get over there and we're gonna have a look at that one too. I really want to scan this stuff. Hopefully I can scan it from some distance. I don't really care about scanning the stars. I do want to scan the black hole. These stars give me nothing, but so there's a red dwarf around this one, along with a small rocky body. I don't think this description is correct because those are not. These are types, but that does not look like a type T to me. Alright, we're gonna look at the Great Annihilator 2 or B. Didn't really need to turn the lights on, just to make the ship a little more visible. Add a little effect, I guess, to the picture. Good afternoon, Commander Binary. You just missed it. Well, not quite. I am actually in the Great Annihilator system. I'm heading over to Great Annihilator B. Hopefully I can scan this from some distance. 5 million miles doesn't, or meters. Doesn't seem like a safe distance. It's a bit of a stretched out system. I was hoping the 2 black holes would be closer together, but it was over 200,000 light seconds. I got some good screenshots of the black hole close up. So what did I say? 200,000 light seconds is 55 light hours. It's pretty far. For 3,300 light minutes. So it takes the light 8 minutes roughly to get from the sun to Earth. And this is 3,000 light minutes. Yeah, you can probably skip to around the 30-minute mark. That should be close to where the Great Annihilator fun starts. It might be the last 2 jumps or something. Did some screenshots and stuff like that, so alright, so now we're going, what, 520 times the speed of light? Still some ways to go. Do not know what the max speed on this is. I don't know how close these suns are either to the black hole. It could make for some interesting interesting shots. I wonder if like we can get a shot from one of the suns towards the black hole. Because the way it looks to me, the of course now the circle there is eclipsing one of the suns. But if things line up, we can get a shot where the black hole is eclipsing part of the sun. I think we should try for that. See if you can get a cool, cool screenshot. Just have to be really, really careful. I have one heatsink, so do this wrong, I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm gonna be very unhappy. Alright, so there's 4 suns over here. Don't really care about these little brown dwarfs. They're not gonna... But it looks like, if I put it like this, that top system seems to have a large sun on top and then the brown dwarf. What would in this shot be underneath? But on the other one, it's the opposite. So we're starting to slow down a little. Everything is repaired except the cargo hatch. Forget about the cargo hatch. Way. We can see now that the brown dwarfs are separating from the sun. They are circling. I think if we get over to this brown dwarf down here, we might be able to. Oh, that's not. That'll be the sun eclipsing the pole. Alright, we'll figure something out. I'm gonna throttle down. I really wish it will start scanning soon. Yeah, there's nothing worse than having a timer on screen and telling you when you're gonna crash into a black hole. As soon as this sucker starts counting down, I'm hitting the brakes. Alright, come on now. Not seeing any effects of it yet. Uh... Come on already. No, I feel like I'm seeing something, but it's just uh odd breakup of the orbital when they're not perfectly straight. Alright, I had hoped we'd be able to scan this thing from 2,000 light seconds away, but now we're down to 150. Oh, this is going to be a tiny black hole. We're now into planet territory. Twenty light seconds. We're now into moon territory. Alright, I don't think there's going to be any way we can get this thing to eclipse the sun unless we get the picture really, really from close. And I mean, right here, I'm well, I'm very close, and the sun is too small. All right, that's enough of that. That's not what I do. I want. All right. Well, that is the Great Annihilator. We've been there and done that. Check that off on the big list. To get an idea board. Hold on. So where are we? We are on the 11th. All right. So I have plotted. I started plotting my way home. So home is bubble. Uh, and I pointed this out at the start of the stream as well. I plotted this out. They're about 950, somewhere between 920 and 950 light years between these dots. And I got down here. And now you see the next one is like way over here on the side. The plan is to go into this nebula. This is the Bertoph AA-AH83 nebula. Don't know if it's anything spectacular or not. People have been there before. They don't seem to have died from it or anything, so it's fine. So we're gonna do a little bit of a swing over to the right here. It looks like left on the map, but we are going in this direction, and then we're swinging over here to the right, and then we're continuing down. We are getting close to the path that took over to Colonia, going to Colonia. And this one Eagle sector thing here seems to ring a bell. And I'm pretty sure there's a... thought there was. Wasn't there supposed to be a... Eagle's Landing? Yes. Excellent. So I think from this point, we're gonna make our way down to Eagle sector, and we're gonna hit that Eagle's Landing and land and get stocked up and everything. I don't think that if there's anything closer, DHB. And there's this one. I wonder if it's intentional that they put them in a nebula. But I think from this one, we're gonna move over here. So it looks like it's gonna be another 2 waypoints there. So there's still a few thousand light years. There's there's like 3,000 light years from there and over to Eagle sector. Not more. We'll try to work that out. But right now we're here at the Great Annihilator. And from there on, we're gonna go to this wonderful system down here. And we're gonna plot a route. That's gonna take some time. It's 944 light years. So I use ED Discovery to do my planning. It's pretty nifty. You put in where you are and where you want to be, and then you can type in a jump range. If you type in your actual jump range, like mine is 30. My jump range is 33.7 light years. you'll get like a list of 1,000 planets or systems. And that's not gonna work. So what I do is I type in like 950 or 960 light years, and then from that I get what I refer to as waypoints. And then I have hold on. All right, so then I get these waypoints, which are the bookmarks we see here. And then I can have the galaxy map here itself sort out how to get from one to the other. And I usually try to finagle the numbers so that there's a rather small jump from the last waypoint to the destination, so that there's like, instead of being 20 30 jumps, it's like 10. That way I can set that as my target, and when I get there I can say, well, tomorrow we can stream the arrival of that, so you don't have to go through 30 full jumps to get there. But anyways, that's how I get these systems on the map. So let's start our way down towards that nebula. We can do a little bit of exploring on the way. Just gonna do one juicy scoop here. I have a lot of fuel, I realize that, but I am kind of a little OCD about making sure I always have a near full tank. I'm also only scanning stuff that has value. Again, it's fancy speak ROI, return on investment. Scanning planets and systems and everything else is time consuming. And it's not always worth it. I get only a few hundred credits out of the honking system per object. So there's at least that. But it's basically, if they're not worth somewhere near or potentially near 6 digits, it's not worth my time. That's just how it is. So that's what I'm looking for. It's planets that look like water worlds, methane worlds, or planets that can be terraformed. So let's see if you got lucky here. Yes. Alright, so those are two metal. Okay, so somebody's been here already. 3 different guys. Nobody scanned the big one. Courier the Bold. And... Courier the Bold. Nobody scanned the moons. Alright, I'm gonna do the 3 inner bodies. This looks like a water world, but that can't be right. Alright. See what this one is. Alright. That one's hot. 4,600 Kelvin. This one is a little cooler, only 1,765 Kelvin. This one isn't gonna be much of anything either. It's mostly gonna be a dud. What do we got here for the payouts? The metal worlds are 34,000, and that's what all of these are gonna be. Just high metal content worlds. None of them are gonna be terraformable. So that's a little annoying. But alright, we'll have a look. You never know. Might get lucky on this one. It's a pretty big one too. It was several Earth masses, so it is a big planetary body. Alright, let's see what it says. Not terraformable. I had to make a quick pit stop. I had to visit the little commander's room. I'll be back in quick minute. Just hang on. All right. Let's get going here. Jump to the next system.
Frameshift drive charging.
Oh, so I was a little sad to hear that they had nerfed that Guardian mission. I guess that means PlayStation. Too much.
Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging.
Cutting the overall reward. About 50% for the whole mission.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Considering all the driving back and forth with the SRV and everything. I don't see.
Fuel scooping.
It could just be because I just did it on the piece.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
Tired of it. But for right now, that's off the bucket list there on my commander. Two.
Frameshift drive charging.
Also, for any new viewers, I remapped the controls a little bit. My controls are not quite the same as the default PlayStation control. I use the same controller on the PC side as I do on the PS4. I use the simply because I have that could be new. So one of the things you'll see is to actually do hyper jumps, I have to the triangle key isn't doing that. I have to actually press and hold, and then do the down down button. That is because I've had a couple of unfortunate emergency stops because messing around with the triangle key. So this way I have to be certain that I absolutely want to stop, or certain that I absolutely want to jump. Not something that'll happen. There is some logic to how things are as well. Not so much with the circle. X is all with targeting and tracking targets. Square is all the panels. Plus I put... No, I didn't. The fire groups are up there. Which fire groups have anything? Triangle is all navigation, supercruise, hyperspace, system map, and galaxy map. I changed L1 and R1 to be full stop and target the next system in route. That is because I do a lot of jumping and I need stopping, and I need to quickly select the next target. Well, there's been a few changes. Not really much, but the that L1 set speed to 0%. That's if you're doing exploring, that's a must. All right, you have to have that. If you run into a system with a neutron star or a black hole, you gotta be full stop the second you enter the system. If you wait 2 seconds, you're gonna crash into it, and it's gonna be a mess. You can, and I know people have been telling me this, and I didn't really believe it, but when you're in this animation right here, where you're actually going through hyperspace, you can still press and hold it and say set speed to 0, and it will do that. You won't see it here. As soon as you come out, the throttle will be at 0 and your speed will drop. It will take you a few seconds to come to a stop, but so far it's been enough to avoid hitting into black holes. The problem with black holes is that they are really, really tiny, but they're really, really massive. So when you jump into the system, you end up really, really close to it. And unless you're really, really super quick, you're not gonna get out of it. Wow, that's enough.
Frameshift drive charging.
Yeah, I probably remap some other keys too, but that's really the I feel important for exploration purposes. Obviously, if you're doing transports or combat, you may want to consider changing things up to um, suit you better for that.
Fuel scooping.
I know for a fact that I switched the triggers, and throttles.
Scooping complete.
Yes, this is on the PS4. Um, and hello to you too, Flanker Jack. Alright, let's see what this system has. System has nothing of interest. Not gonna waste my time.
Frameshift drive charging.
This is PS4 standard.
4, 3, 2,
Good old probably Rev 1 PS4. I can't really say if the
fuel scooping.
Pro is better or faster or better frame rate or anything. I have one, but it really it's impossible to tell for me. Alright, so that's a high metal content world. See if maybe it's terraformable. I usually don't go for one, but it's been a while. Scan another planet. Uh it is um it's like a special interest game. So either you're into it or you're not. There is so much stuff you can do, but if none of them interest you, then you know there isn't a lot. Um, there is a lot of there is a lot of grinding. I'm gonna call it that. It depends. Again, it depends on whether you enjoy that sort of stuff. Um, I mean, I guess the thing that most people probably find somewhat enjoyable would be combat, because it's action. There's always something going on. Whereas with exploration or trading, it's oh, hang on, gotta sneeze. No, it went away. All right. Oh, there's a lot of interesting planets down here. far away. Um, Exploration is a long and slow process. Uh, it's repetitive. Um, Flying mechanics. While there's a flight assist on and flight assist off, that should make a huge difference. Um, so I don't know if you're trying to fly with one and the other and expecting different results, but flight assist off basically means that the flight computer won't do anything to help you with turning your vehicle. If you go into a roll like this, it will keep going in a roll like that until you tell it to stop. It makes for a lot faster rotation around your ship's 3-axis, which means you can do a 180-degree flip in no time. So you can basically be flipping your ship around and firing backwards. While with flight assist on, the computer will constantly work against you so that your spacecraft behave more like an aircraft. And that means you'll have to do loop. So a loop like this rather than a simple flip. Of course, that only applies in normal space, not in else. It's a huge game. There's huge distances. Everything does take a lot of time. I just spent the last 3 days I think 3 or 4 days on the PC side completing the Ancient Guardian mission. Which was at that time worth 200 million credits. That's a lot of tedious stuff there too, driving to and from your ship with the SRV. I don't want to do that again. But I can definitely understand that some people might find some of this stuff tedious because of the huge distances. But I mean, it is um, it's it's the biggest sandbox in the gaming world. I mean, I don't even know what that. It's the whole galaxy. There's no limits to where you can go. Um, yeah, well, I wish there was a little bit of autopilot there too, where at least you could get the track set somewhat correctly, or your heading, so you don't have to make micro adjustments. Speed, I usually don't do more than 3 or 4 adjustments on the whole trip. Like here, it's sitting at the maximum blue. Maximum speed while still in the blue section. And it will stay there until I get close enough. Turn it down to minimum in the blue section. And that should keep my speed good for the whole trip. The only thing I need to do is do minor course correction. As notice my path is. What I'm missing is a target reticule right in the middle of the screen that tells me this is the point where you're aiming. No, there's nothing there. It's just a big empty screen. Why isn't there a dot in the middle saying this is the middle? If you put your star there, you're gonna crash into it. That's missing. I don't know why that isn't. Even if that means you're gonna not see something that's behind it. It's like you gotta move your ship to see it then, fine. But at least give me that one thing that I can use to aim at. So I can say, there's the sun, I'm putting the dot on the sun. If I keep going, I'm gonna crash into the sun. That's what I want. I don't know why that isn't. Or something, just something to help you aim better. That way you won't have to do correction. I do these minor corrections because I want to. Otherwise I'm just sitting here staring at a dot on the screen. Turn around a little bit and see where we are. Slow it down. Alright, so I got this down to here and should figure right on. Well, yeah, but if it's all autopilot, then why are you playing it? You know? Fully autopilot. Why would you be playing it? Because you're just saying, fly me here, fly me there. But I mean, if you feel it's lacking action, then you know you should consider some sort of bounty hunter role, perhaps, and try to level up Federation or Empire, whichever extra fancy, uh, and get one of the big ships that go in and kick some ass and take some numbers. Oh. Yeah, again, I think that is uh, somewhat because of the uh, it's because of the size of everything. If it was too fast and too easy and everything to get from one thing to another, uh, then I think it would be that would be boring too. You know, because um, then you just be saying you could almost just do a trading spreadsheet then, you know, buy this from here, move it over there and sell it for a profit, and you know, buy something else, move it over there, and it would almost be you know, well, it would be a little bit more than a spreadsheet, but you know, not a whole lot more. I mean, I like what I'm doing now. I mean, there isn't a lot. There isn't a lot to do. I just got the throttle where I need it to be, and then you know, locating the planet I need, getting them scanned. I got one terraformed right there, which is awesome. And I mean, if it had only been a few seconds to travel from one to the other one, it would have been. I think it would have gotten boring faster because it would have been it's too easy. I mean, already this is not hard. Uh, it's time consuming. You have to invest a lot of time in it, and that's different uh, from many other games. There's another game I like, which is called on my PC. Excuse me. Transocean, which is a trading, um, pure trading game. You buy a boat. You got to make sure you have money to fix it. You transport stuff around to start with in Europe and North Africa. And that's all. You just move your ship from port to port and put, you know, pick up contracts to sell stuff. Um, and just pick up contracts to sell elsewhere. And you don't have to drive the boat all. Tell it to go. Uh, and then you buy more boats as you get more money. And I find that enjoyable as well. I didn't like the concept of the sequel. I did like Transocean. See what we found. Terraforming. Terraforming. Curious about this one, but it's probably gonna be another high metal world. Comes up. Yeah, it's good. See. And the last one. Skip it. I don't think the last one is gonna get me more than 34,000, so I'm gonna skip it.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2,
1. Well, I think I would like some sort of a new frame shifter. Something with real range.
fuel scooping complete.
Something with some real range, so you can really get where. But it's gonna have to be one of those things you can buy this, but then you can't. You know, like it takes like 90% of your power plant or something like that, so you can have the FSD, but you can't do anything. Can't do anything with it other than just pure exploring, because you won't have won't have any power left for anything else. That way you can actually get places, you know. Especially out here in the deep black where there's nothing. I mean, it's gonna take me a week and a half to get home from here. Yeah, because of the slot system, I don't know if they really can. I don't know. Something in those range in those terms. Like you need like a 3-part FSD module. So you need to give up like need to give up something huge in order for them to put all these modules for your super duper frameshift drive. They will give you the range, but at the sacrifice of pretty much everything. And it's not like you can disable the power for it to fire up your weapons or something like that. There has to be like, if you're doing this, and that's it. You get your scanners, but you can jump 100, 150 light years maybe in one go, rather than these little 30, 40 light years at a go. And you may say it's unfair, whatever, because there's people that have spent all the time going to the other side of the galaxy. It's like, well, it's It's technology changes, man. You know, maybe Professor Palin came up with a new super duper frame shift drive. It happens. Yeah, some sort of restrictions on what you can have while you have that drive, and just so that you don't have the option of doing everything else. You can't. You can't equip. You know, you can't use it for cargo or whatever because you won't have enough. You won't have enough. Oh, that's difficult because you would have to take up pretty much everything. I don't know. Well, clearly I haven't thought this out, but I mean, I just thought of it right now. But there has to be some sort of restrictions with what modules you can fit in your ship if you have this thing. Um, either that or some sort of deep exploration ship where um you don't have an option to equip a lot of stuff other than the default exploration stuff, and then it comes with a super duper jump drive. I wouldn't mind that if they had if they had like an Asp Explorer, whatever they want, and then made it triple or quadruple jump range, but you can't um change any of the modules. They're all locked in place. So yeah, I don't know if you want to make it a more massive ship than that, but yeah, some sort of a deep exploration vehicle with long range, um, and so you get your SRV, you get your scanners, get your auto field maintenance, get that stuff. You can make it a pricey ship. You can make it only sold. Um, I don't know, some station somewhere. And it's a bit of an effort to get to it, but once you get it, you can. I think oh, there's gonna be. All right, let's see what we found. High metal content. Terraforming candidate. Terraforming candidate. Oh, that's at least. Help. Operation. Not anticipate these two to be candidates for terraforming. Happens.
Frameshift drive
Right.
charging.
One. Not trying to. Forest.
Frameshift drive charging.
Very curious.
3, 2,
Has to be some sort of a binary system. Whether it's a S F. still don't understand that. How did I get a class? They're not selected. I should only get D and the funky one. Oh, come to this.
Frameshift drive charging. Frameshift drive charging.
They break the filter. That clearly said my target was, can't see it because it's filtered out. Now it recalculated.
Frameshift drive
All right.
charging.
All right, I heard it.
Charging.
Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of jumping today. I don't think we're really gonna find it. Stop. All right. Scan the planets. Then we can look around and see if we can find anything. Mars or anything around here. Some black hole. Just to take jump and honk. Did run out. This could be Earth-like. Bottle it up so we Alright, look. That one. Everything here says Earth-like or water world. Contact. An image. That's worth a chunk of money. Like just It does look a little funky. Methane. Although that scan there on the left side does seem to indicate high metal content. All right, so gotta be careful with suddenly going a little too fast. All right, what's next? Ah, these two are. This is high metal content. This is another one that could be methane. There's no way of knowing until. Alright, skip this one. Alright, take this one first and ah. High metal content. scan this one, and then we're gonna check out the local. Well, not the local. We're gonna check out the our surround. Just to break things up. There, and we, oh wait, what the hey? Ah, I see why. I have protostars. The Tory stars are protostars. That's why. All right. So I think most of the oddball off the low evidence now. Find anything. Cluster of stars, probably. One star. One star. More. One star. Oh, they're all kind of stretching out, and I don't want to. Alright, let's head over to the neutron star. It will be a change of pace.
Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two,
Good afternoon. We are on our way over to a neutron star.
fuel scooping.
More stars right.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
Neutron star is a little bit
Frameshift drive charging.
about 120 light years out of our way.
Four, three, two,
But at the same time, break it up a little bit.
fuel scooping.
Gotta get here just think. Fueling options. Oh,
Fuel
Uh,
scooping complete.
I had to scan these two. I don't have a choice. Also, I just faster. This is a water world, and the other one might be a water world as well, or Earth-like. That's like 1,000,000 credits right there on 2 planets. I can't leave those unscanned. Hopefully, relatively speaking, of course. So there is one thing I noticed, and I haven't checked up on it or verified in any form, but let me just head over side of everything. I had 49 million credits, and now I have 56 million credits. And also, I had a transaction here from a community goal that I didn't cash in when I started this whole long exploration trip. So I wonder if community events that you participate in, if they go beyond 2 weeks, they just automatically pay you out. Because that's what it looks like. Because I think I was owed about 6 million credits. I know it's kind of sad I didn't go collect it, but you know, it's like I don't really need 6 million credits. I already got. I don't know how much I had at the time, but it was a good chunk. I have spent some of it though on the exploration trip on stuff. But anyways, somehow I went from 49 to 55 or 56 million. And that seems to add up to the 6 million I think I was owed from the community goal. So it does look like if your community event is more than 2 weeks old, once the new one starts, they pay you out. You don't have to go back and visit. Yeah. System of the community goal in order to cash in. Probably with explorers in mind, just like this. That's good to know because that means you don't really have to stress going back in like on day one to get paid. You can just leave it and get paid in a couple of months, not a couple of weeks anyways. And out here in the black, money isn't worth anything. Yeah, I'm pretty sure if you go back and look at some, well, you know, the chance of actually catching me looking at my money in a video is gonna be tough, but it's worth a shot. But that was not what I had hoped it was. Right? This one, terrestrial water world, candidate for terraforming. This is nothing. Can't win them all.
Frameshift drive charging.
We had a lot of rain yesterday. Yeah, it was pretty bad. It's still wet from the rain yesterday. We had a wheelbarrow out. The wheelbarrows they said if it had been snow, we would have had 2 feet. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't really seen anything on that. Um, I did I did something yesterday which may or may not have been
Fuel scooping complete.
I uh, I went into Galactic Powers. Signed up with this guy, which is on the PC side. Pointing to. So I am now doing power play.
Frameshift
Here's the
drive
neutron
charging.
star. Right, I'm gonna the brakes. Let's hope we get a wild one. Galaxy map. Go in the galaxy map. Yeah, it does. Cool. So that's good to know though, because then you don't really have to worry. You can just let it sit there and just move on. And eventually you'll get your money. And like I said, out here in the deep black, you don't need it. Hold on. No. Could be a water world. I'm gonna go out there and check it out. That could be a water world. Um, I wanted, I wanted to land on it, but I can't land on this one because it has an atmosphere. That's out. I wanted to land on something and see if I can get a picture of the ship on a planet looking at the neutron star. But thinking clear. And also, it's 2,000 light seconds, pretty far away. It's a water world. Nice. Yeah, people have done a pretty good job at mapping. Too far away, you can't even. Um, so I guess one of the things that you missed was our plan. This was the path heading down towards uh, the bubble, and then suddenly we make a little jump to the side. I want to visit this nebula. That's why we're doing a little bit of a jump. I guess it's a little bit over to the right and down center. We go through that one too, but I already mapped past it. And then also I noticed when we get down here, I might swing this way to go over to the sector because this is a well, it's a nebula. There's also a base over there. I get in there. Um, repair my ship and restock some stuff. Not sure if I can sell my cartography data, but at least I'll be able to do some repairs, restock some heat sinks, refill some other stuff. And yeah, I don't think they have stellar cartography there. I gotta look that up, man. I don't know if EDP will tell me that.
Fuel scooping.
Jump to a station. Eagle.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
Eagle sector secure facility. It says asteroids. No black market, no outfitting, no shipyard. Doesn't say whether it has whether you can sell your cartography data or not. That's a cute little binary planetary system there with a water world and something else. Gotta pick that up. Didn't seem right though. 2 water worlds. One Earth-like and one water world. That's it. Human breathable atmosphere. A little heavy on the nitrogen. More than what we got here. And that's a water world, terraformable. That's a good payout on that one. Sorry, I'm gonna look at the galaxy map again because I not get the same Eagle Sector IRW E1 117. No. Been there. And there's Eagles Landing. That's why. No, I joined I joined Sirius Corp. So all right, there we go. Eagles Landing. Planetary outpost. Don't know. Hang on. That extra apostrophe S that made. I joined so Lee Young Rui. That's on the PC side. So I'll be doing some power play tomorrow on the PC side. Just trying to work up a little bit of leveling, basically. It's very limiting, only being able to transport 10 of those thingamajigs, the power play. So next level up I think is 15, so it's starting to help a little bit. I'll just be doing a little bit of jumping around, making some money, trying to not die, and then we'll see. There is one system that needs some fortification. And verify they were maybe help out there. Try that. Lots of interest. Yeah, it seems like it's something that I can do for a little while and then just drop out and not do anything if I don't want to for a while, or even just leave completely. Um, does cause a problem where I'm now considered an enemy with many other factions just because of uh, that. So some NPCs might be more interested in engaging me than or
Fuel scooping. Fuel scoop disengaged.
yeah, I don't think I have access to Alien or even access to a guy who would give me access to. So I really can't go and check anything on that. Uh, I'm just trying to get a little more friendly with Serious Corp in general so that I can get that first guy, I guess, that whole game. And also see if we can counter whatever is going on with the blocking of access to Palin.
Fuel scooping complete.
I don't know. I figured being a part of that faction, at least there was any concerted effort counter that, it would be in there. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing, but I also want to rank up in Federation. So I kind of want to dump my exploration data on them too. Oh, come on. That's what happens. Oh, we're just looking for some interesting stuff. Down here. There's one. Two. Neutron star. Cluster on star. Kind of hoping to find something.
View scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
All right, we get closing by on closing in on the next.
Frameshift drive charging.
I think the attack is because they view Palin as being critical. Having access to what Palin can get you is critical. They want to prevent people from having it. So if they can, yeah, so if they can block people from getting access to Palin, then less people have whatever goodies he can offer.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
I was hoping it was gonna be that I'd be able to find some information on that.
Charging.
Yeah, I don't think they're blocking access to Palin like that. I think they're preventing new people from getting access to Palin. So those who already have it, I mean, that's already set and done. But like I don't have it, and I don't know if I can get it right now because of what's going on. And I have to admit I haven't even tried. So maybe that's something we can look into tomorrow in the stream tomorrow. All right, so still not in fuel. Out.
Frameshift drive charging.
Yeah, there always seems to be something going on. Alright, so tomorrow's PC stream then we trying to get a little. I need to get a little bit friendlier with Sirius. I believe to unlock Gwent. Yeah, I don't. Not even my radar here. So tomorrow on the PC side, what we can do is try and level up a little bit with my reputation and everything with Sirius, which should grant me access to Quent, and then what we can do about that. Possible pets.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scoop disengaged.
We're gonna jump in here and do a good fuel scoop.
Shift drive charging. Ready to engage. 4, 3, 2,
1. Right, so
fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
this is the
Frame shift drive charging.
the noise again. I don't know. Maybe it's email notification. Alright, so this is the waypoint. So this is about 950 light years from Great Annihilator. That is one bright star. And I think this is about as far as we're gonna go today. It's just gonna be a lot of jumping now to get down towards that nebula. I don't know how much of that I'm gonna get done off stream. There's 1,000 to 5, 6,000 down to that. It looks like. Right, so it's 5,400 light years down there. So I don't think I'm gonna be able to make that by Thursday. Either we'll do Thursday stream as PC as well, and I'll just some jumping here. PS4 off stream. Not terribly exciting. Jumping from system to system and doing the odd scan. So with some plans on things happening on the PC, on my PC commander, maybe we'll focus a little on that on the stream until my PS4 commander can get a little bit closer to the world, or closer to the rest of the people. I mean, been a long ways out here now. Still a long ways from the bubbles. A long trip. So I think I'm gonna stop there for today. I know it's a little bit earlier than usual, and I think I know what that sound was. Amazon Echo saying something happened. But anyways, I think I'm gonna stop there today for today. And then we'll be back tomorrow with some streaming from the PC side. Check out what's going. Yes, went. From there. All right. Everybody have a great Tuesday, and tomorrow.